The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Tax the rich, feed the poor, till there are no rich no more.
Welcome to Pot Talk, everybody. I'm Jimmy Bell.
I'm Paul Daniels, and tonight we've got Tyler. Do you care if we use your last name?
I don't care.
Tyler White sitting in with us, and hopefully Jeremy or Joshua will be joining us soon. They're both trying to get home, so. All right, Jimmy, where do you want to start this shit show out?
Well, we'll want to do impeachment, get out of the way. You want to leave it for last because
Yeah, do you know what? Why don't we do the royal family shit?
all right, we'll do Harry and Meghan, and then
Yes.
Prince Charles and Pence.
We can do the Prince Charles one first because it's not a lot of room. You're not going to get a lot of traction out of it. I was watching a thing on the news where Prince Charles was in a receiving line, going down the line, shaking dignitaries' hands. There was all sorts of world leaders there.
Oh, is this in Davos?
I'm not sure. I just seen the clip. It didn't explain it or nothing.
Oh.
And it was almost like a GIF. You know what I mean? It didn't have any narration or nothing to it. It just with no sound or nothing. And Prince Charles is going down the receiving line. He's shaking down the line. He gets to Mike Pence, the vice president, and I gave him a complete snub. Wouldn't shake his hand. Looked, eye contact. They looked right at each other. It wasn't anything, It was exactly what you see. So the next person was Netanyahu. And you can see the look on Yahoo's face because Pence still got his hand out. Like what the fuck just happened? And Netanyahu signals to Prince Charles like, oh, what the hell are you doing? He's like almost like pointing over to Pence, but he didn't want too much attention. And and just fucking kept going down the line. What a douchebag. He really is a douche, a royal douche.
Wouldn't want him as a father, that is for sure.
Nah.
He's so bitter because his mother is the queen.
Yep, and he will never be king.
Oh, he will for a couple of days.
And because his wife was fucking everyone but him. She was voted the fucking most beautiful woman in the world for like 2 or 3 times.
Diana?
Princess Diana, yeah.
She wasn't that good.
Nah. I mean, don't get me wrong. She wasn't ugly by any means.
No, I know,
But the most beautiful woman in the world. Go suck a cock. She had nice legs. I'll say that. She had really nice legs. But, she was fucking her bodyguard. Probably the fucking groundskeepers. Fucking.
Anything but Charles.
Yeah, that Arabian, the fucking, Arab guy.
Yeah.
That she was in the car.
Egyptian.
Egyptian, yeah. He was Egyptian. I thought he was Saudi.
No.
They all fucking pray to the same heathen god. Yeah, so that would make you better. That really would. And then he married that fucking horse-face old broad. Oh, God. She looks like a fucking full of smashed assholes.
She looks like his mother, you know what I mean?
Yeah, kind of that.
Man.
That stupid fucking wave. Like a fucking, when the queen's doing that stupid wave, like to slap her right in the face. Watch the goofy hat she's wearing go flying off. Oh, tell little respect I have for the royal family. They're nothing but a bunch of fucking bloodsuckers. Oh, they fucking live off the tax.
Now Harry and Meghan are now not with them anymore.
No, they're splitting from the royal family.
Yeah, I probably realized he knows he's not Princess's kid.
Yeah, well, not just that. It's because she's telling him, I don't want to do this.
Right.
She wants all the perks of being the royal family, but she doesn't want to do any of the work. Because they do have to do a lot of public appearances. They got to travel around the world. Sometimes to like places you don't really want to go, like Africa and shit like that. And that's too fucking bad. The Queen took her their titles. The titles are gone. And he's making them pay back the taxpayer for their newly renovated fucking house. Megan better get some acting jobs. Maybe he can whore her out. But the English people shouldn't have to be paying for them.
Well, he did mention this.
Oh, isn't that grace?
They'll pay money for a princess.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She'll make money. There's no doubt about that. So won't he. But they won't be slurping off the taxpayer no more. Make it yourself. And they lose the titles. That's the thing I like the most. Because you know they love having that Duke of Sussex or whatever.
They're moving to Canada.
Fine. I'm sure the English people don't give a fuck. The average English person doesn't give a fuck.
Well, they're still something of it.
No, they're strict to their titles.
No, I'm not talking about Canada. No.
Oh, yeah, they're still part of whatever they call that. The Commonwealth or whatever.
Colony or...
whatever. Protectorate. Whatever. But it is still part. Queen's on the Canadian money. Australia's still a part, too. Still connected in that way. They're separate countries, but they're under an umbrella. Go ahead, let Canada have them. Wait till they get their first Canadian winter. Yeah, they won't be there in the Canadian winter. They'll be down south somewhere.
They don't get snow up there.
They don't get a lot of it like we do, for some reason. But first of all, you're on an island, so there's ocean all the ways around you. That keeps the air temperature. Yeah, but they don't get snow and cold like we get here. No. But I wonder in Scotland if they do. I bet you're not even in Scotland.
Yeah, no.
Scotland's fucking up there, though. That's north.
North of the island.
Yeah, that's the very top part of it. But I love it that they stripped them of their titles. You know that's what they care. They love that. I'm the Duke of Sussex. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm sure fucking Harry told her what.
Oh, yeah, they had a huge discussion. Yeah. But she literally marries a prince, and that's not good enough.
Yeah, I don't want to be
I'm going to change him. And the fucking fool bit. Hook, line, and sinker. I predicted, well, I didn't predict this. My prediction was he was going to marry him, have a kid right away, and then dump his ass and just get the child support. And just live off of that for the rest of it. I didn't foresee her getting him to leave the royal family. I didn't see that. Once again, the average person in Britain, they think they're important. The average person working, give a fuck. Why would they? Oh, Kristen Stewart's latest movie, Underwater, I think it was. Fucking bombed at the box office. That's 2 in a row for her.
No, is this the girl from Twilight?
Yes. Just had Charlie's Angels bomb. That was a bomb. This is a bigger bomb. in the, like the variety and stuff, it's like for people that are in the business. They were saying that the reason they got Kristen Stewart to do the movie was because they wanted the draw of her star power. It made $7 million in its opening weekend, and it played in over 2,000 theaters. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're 7 miles down.
And they let something...
Yeah, some kind of creature comes to light. Yeah. Comes. It's like Leviathan or something like that. But yeah, 7 million in its opening weekend domestic in 2,000, almost 2,100 theaters. Think about that. If you spread that out over 2,100 theaters, right? How many seats are in the theater? Not a lot. Not a lot. Put it this way, you can pick your seat in that theater, in any one of them theaters. So that's 2 bombs in a row for her. Now watch what Hollywood will do. What they always, well, they didn't used to do that. You got 2 bombs in a row, you went back down to the bottom of the food chain.
Right, you're back on TV.
But see, she's woke. So what they're going to do is they're going to fucking triple down on her. They're going to make us like her if we like it or not. That's Hollywood's attitude now. Fucking look at all the bombs that have been coming out lately. Fucking movies that were supposed to cream. Nobody's going to the theater. Like Ricky Gervais said, everyone's streaming. Everyone's on Netflix. Fucking Disney Plus. PS All Access. That's where the people are. Nobody's watching network. Nobody's going to the theater. They couldn't be bothered.
Not to mention, look at bucks for a ticket or something.
Not to mention, exactly. Not to mention, now you're going to fucking deal with people sitting around you. They're on their fucking cell phones, or they're talking to each other and shit. And all the good stuff's on the streaming services anyways. All the big Hollywood names are jumping ship to the streaming services. They can make the big paycheck and do fucking half. That's what I'd be doing. Fuck it. Ricky Gervais nailed it right on the head. Fucking Hulu, Disney Plus, all them streaming services have taken so much away from the big studios that are putting them out in theaters. I mean, you still get your blockbusters, but they're not like Endgame. That was going to be a blockbuster no matter what. It was going to be the biggest selling movie of all time. Everyone knew it. Still haven't seen it, by the way. And they just opened the theater here. Want to bet any given day of the week, that place is going to be fucking almost empty.
Talking about with the mall was?
Yeah.
It's already open?
Yeah.
I've been, every time I drive by there, there's only not many people there.
Don't go to the theater no more. They're trying new things, which I get, like the chairs up at the fucking Lowe's. Fucking things are fucking awesome. You can lean back, you can put your top. Big plenty of room.
Oh yeah, they got like the reclining chairs and shit, right?
They're fucking beautiful.
Yeah, people usually go to like IMAX theaters now.
IMAX.
No, that's what I like to go.
IMAX, the one in Reading's the best one around.
I've never been to a drive-in movie theater.
Oh!
I've never been to one. I don't even know where one is.
I know where there is.
See the little, see the speaker up there? Yeah, there used to be one where you pulled up and you put it in your car window and it'd have a little hook in the back.
And you rolled the window up and you had a little.
That's how you heard the movie?
Mm-hmm. And that's how you heard the movie.
Yeah, there were metal speakers. You fucking put it on your window and you rolled up your window and it had a little volume on it.
Sit in your car and
sit
just
in your
watch
car.
the movie, pound beers.
Then eventually they started broadcasting it over a radio station. They'd have like a little radio transmitter. It only went like a quarter mile
So you get on stereo.
And you can stereo and you do it through your car.
Is it like that now or no?
Yeah, it's through your car stereo system.
Where is one? I'd like to go to one.
There's one out in like Keene or something like that. Milton. I think it's Milton, New Hampshire.
Georgetown.
That's a fucking they make fucking plastic medical hoses. That's high-tech hose now.
Oh.
Yeah, that Georgetown thing has been gone forever.
There's
there's one up in Laconia where they have Bike Week. One right there, right by Weir's Beach.
I'd love to go to one, dude, because you could sit there in your car and drink
high. We would bring coolers or all beer.
Yep. Make sure the driver's not drinking.
Well, we go to the ones with $8 a car. You know what I mean?
It wasn't by the person; it's just by the car.
So there'd be 9 of us in the car.
Oh, that's uncomfortable, huh?
Well, you
get out, you take your lunches and you put them all alongside the car.
Put your coolers out, you sit.
Oh, you don't just sit in the car.
You don't have to if you don't want to. No. Sit on the roof of your car and watch it if you want to. We at the North Reading drive-ins, there was this business, a concrete business, right behind the theater. Had a fence. Fucking sneak behind the fence. Bring our coolers and stuff and bring a radio. You had the fucking perfect view right there. Nothing. And the guy that owned the place, I think it was Heffron Concrete. Cops never. That's what we're getting. Never been to a drive-in theater?
Dude, I'd love to go to one. I will go to one, dude. Next day off, dude, I will go.
Do you know what's awesome about the drive-in theater is the fucking intermission. With the fucking, all the stupid little commercials and stuff.
You go up and you get something to eat.
Yeah. They got like snack bar. You can, now they have some really good food at drive-ins. When I was a kid, it was garbage.
Probably have food trucks and shit like that.
No, not food trucks and stuff.
Well, they know we all smoke pot, and after about an hour or an hour and a half, they give you intermission so you can get up and get something to eat.
Yeah, and they show pictures of the food, too. And believe me, the pictures looked nothing like the actual product.
Right. Oh, I'm upset on that. I hate that shit, dude. I hate that shit.
Let's all go to the snack bar.
That's like it's like if you go to a restaurant, dude, and you like the picture. I'm like,
always,
yeah, no, I'll take that back. Give me my money back.
They always have them in the Chinese restaurants. The pictures of all the food.
Oh, it looks nothing like it.
You know that's not actual food. Them are sculptures that they make. I seen a thing on it because they in like Japan and stuff. They put the displays out. It's not a picture. It's an actual sculpture of the food, and it's perfect. I mean, it looks as real can be. So what they do is they just take pictures of the sculpture. That's what they put up on the fucking wall. It's not even real food. That's like when, like the cereal boxes. You know, they show the milk pouring in, and it's all coming up like that. You know, like the milk's like splattering up, it looks perfect. You know why? Because it's Elmer's glue.
Oh yeah, they're liquefied. They make it thicker so it'll look better.
Is that a fucking right? Can I pull the smoke towel?
Yeah.
Thanks. Oh, I forgot. We're on the radio. I should have said that a little less loud.
At least we kept the conversation going.
Yeah.
All right, what do you want to get into? Elizabeth Warren or impeachment?
Elizabeth Warren. Because I fucking love this woman. Everyone knows.
Pocahontas.
Tyler did not know who Elizabeth Warren is. He's not big into politics and he's young, so you got to cut him slack on that one. But anyone listening to this knows who Elizabeth Warren is. Oh, they know they are. Harvard School of Law's first woman of color, I'm sorry, to go to the
be one of their faculty.
Yes. Do you know what I love about her? Before we go into the main subject, here she is telling everyone she's going to forgive student loan debt, right? Because college is too expensive. In one course of $400,000 a year. One course. I don't even think it was a year. I think it was the semester. That's half a year, right? Correct.
Well,
the semester's half a year. There's 2 semesters.
Semesters is 3 or 4 months.
All right. So, and then she has the unmitigated gall to fucking complain about college. That's the reason college costs too much. And the fucking trades, there are so many fucking unfilled jobs in the trades. Good paying jobs right out of the gate. Not like going to college and then starting at the bottom rung and working your way up. By the time you're out of school, you're there. You're making good money. Fucking these idiots coming out of college and they're working for minimum wage because they have no qualifications in the real world. Can't take fucking, African women's studies, right? And expect to get a fucking job. How many job openings are there for that? Unless you want to teach in a college, there's no openings for that. Where did you think that was going to help you? I watched the thing. Woman, this black woman, she was pissed because she was $118,000 in debt. What? Somebody's going to look at you. Well, I went to drama school. They're going to go, that's the girl I want. She's perfect the way she is. Put her up there. Lights, camera, action. Are you fucking retarded? She'd be lucky. And not for nothing. She was not a particularly attractive woman. And she might have got a job as like a fucking understudy to read lines to people that were actually going to be in the movie or in the play or whatever. Get a job working backstage like that. $118,000 in debt before she ever worked a day in her life. And she wants us to pay for that. Elizabeth Warren wants to wipe out all schools. So that's basically telling people, well, to get back to the story. Elizabeth Warren was at one of her rallies. And a guy confronted her. He had just got his daughter into college. Like, I took extra shifts last 10 years of my life, working 16, 18 hours a day or whatever, put my daughter in college. Are you going to give me my money back? He goes, no, of course not. He starts like smirking. He goes, this isn't a joke. And all of a sudden the smirk goes right off her face. Gone. He goes, that's what I thought. He goes, so you're going to punish the guys that worked hard, that put their kids in college. We get screwed, and the irresponsible ones that didn't save or nothing and took out huge loans, they get to go for free. Like, are you crazy? And it's not going to be just people. Why should I pay for somebody else's college? They're the ones that are supposedly going to college so they can go get a good living. Are they going to reimburse me? Oh, and when it comes, so is it a one-time thing? Nobody even thinks of this, right? Is it a one-time thing? Or every 10 years we'll do one?
Hey, boss, what's up?
Go take loans, and we'll just forgive it forever.
What's going on, Les?
Hey,
Oh,
my
Les!
friends. What's up, boys?
What's happening, brother? We got to clean things up now.
Not much. I won't hold y'all up
We just
too
went
long.
from out of PG.
What's happening? What's going on
How
the
you
show,
doing,
boys?
brother?
Hey, I'm doing good, brother.
I'm
How
yelling
you
about
doing?
Elizabeth Warren.
You did what?
I'm yelling about Elizabeth Warren and that guy that confronted her about the college tuition.
Oh, yeah. I
see
liked
that?
that. Yeah, I did. I liked
You
that.
see the smile get wiped off her face?
Oh, that piece of crap.
You
I
see the
tell you
smile
what.
get wiped off her face?
Yeah. She, that's the thing about liberals, boys. When they're confronted, they just crumble or they start calling you names.
Yeah.
You know? It's my voice.
Because they never have an argument.
She tried laughing it off, and it didn't work.
Yeah,
She said, this ain't funny.
Yeah.
Isn't it a joke?
Well, look what
The
happened.
audio's a little sketchy. Hard to hear.
Do what? Do I need to turn it up a little bit?
No. The audio on when he confronted Warren.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of background noise going on there, yeah. But now, and the man's right. You're wanting to give everything away that he worked hard for and that he labored for.
Yeah.
And, but that's when the colleges started going to Hades in a handbasket, man. It was when the government started these loan programs. Tuitions went through the roof. The professors kept giving themselves raises and raises.
Yep.
And, and all of a sudden, everybody needs a college degree. Hey,
They did what the hospitals did.
Did you
That's why they're so expensive.
Did you see
Well,
what
sure.
what Ocasio-Cortez was talking to all the guys from the big banking institutions?
No, I
asking
never.
them about how much they were profiting from student loans, and all three of them like, yeah, we don't do that anymore. We haven't since 2003. And she's just sitting there like an idiot.
Yeah. She stood
So
for.
you guys have control of that now.
Right. Yeah. She must like the taste of her own foot because she does that from time to time.
The moron.
Yeah. Well,
Really is a dummy.
A typical liberal, brother. They get a little
Waitress
power.
that thinks she's a politician.
Yeah. Right.
That ain't gonna work.
She needs,
But to ask you a question, would you? Come on.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute now. You that's a trick question. Hold everything. No.
Too late, Les. It's on tape.
Not at this present time in my life.
Okay, all right. If you were single,
I don't.
put that in as a disclaimer.
I better just walk on out. I'm gonna back out of this one.
And if she's in real trouble because her district, she might be getting redistricted and her spot gone.
Well, see, here's another thing
Cortez.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Her campaign manager has been. If they're investigating it, he's embezzled some money from her campaign.
Oh yeah. Didn't she have to make? Oh no, that was Omar that had to make the payment back to her. campaign.
Yeah.
But
So
there's people bleeding from New York. They're just leaving. Same in California.
right.
Trump left. He's officially done.
He's
done with New
done.
York.
He's in
Yeah.
Florida now.
Well, Hannity's getting ready to move too.
Yeah,
What do you think?
Rush Limbaugh did it years ago.
Yeah. Rush went to Palm Springs.
Right.
You know how much he was saving? How much he said on the air how much he saved from moving from New York City
Oh
to
gosh,
Florida.
I don't know, but it's millions.
Just in his state taxes, over $4 million
Yeah. Right.
by moving because Florida has no state income tax.
Yeah. But now the
Oh,
problem
place he already owned.
with the even liberals is leaving these high tax states by the millions. But the problem with them is, and I heard somebody talking about this the other day, and we said it on our own show, and you guys have probably said it too. A lot of these liberals is too stupid to understand the way they vote is what's caused it, and they'll take their dumb politics to these low tax states, and in a few years you got blue states.
That's what they did here in New Hampshire last.
Yeah. I mean, what's the point of them moving if they ain't got enough sense to change their voting habits?
You know what people in New Hampshire call us people from Mass?
What's that?
Assholes.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Why is that?
Because they
we
hate
drive
us.
like idiots. They're real slow driving. It's like two different countries when you
Right,
come up
and
there.
what they did was all the liberals moved to southern New Hampshire and ruined the state.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The conservative people in New Hampshire resent us.
Yeah.
I moved here because I wanted to get out of a liberal state.
There's only 9 million people, 8 million people in New Hampshire.
Yeah, it's something like that. I don't even know if it's
Really?
that many. But yeah, there's a low population here. Les.
Yeah, it's like twice the size of Mass. I mean, area-wise, but Mass got I forget how many million.
Yeah. Mass has a lot more people.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that's
now-
what they do. They spread like a cancer less.
Yeah.
They
They
did it to
do.
Vermont, too.
But see, like I say, they're I don't know how they can be so stupid and go to these red states, and they're running from taxes, mainly taxes, and of course, and then they keep voting the same way. I mean, that's insane,
I don't get it either.
Because they're blind from their ideology.
You know,
That's the right way to do it. No matter how disastrous the results, that's the right way.
Yeah, and it just, boys, I tell you, I have, you know, like me and David, like David was playing to be a liberal the other day.
Yeah,
he
didn't do a very good job.
He didn't convince me, brother.
Nah.
But
I was going to jump in at that point.
I don't think you couldn't do it either, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
But
I can work on it, though.
Well, I tell you what, guys, honest truth. I sat down one day and tried to think like a liberal. I tried to rationalize
I've done it.
why they are what they are. And I can't do it. My mind...
Yeah, that's what I liked about the show and kept letting you go. I'm saying, this is interesting. Are you a Democrat? That's what I named your show last week.
And I appreciate, and that was pretty good. That the sound was good on that too.
Like I said, it was good when you came on.
That's why me and Jimmy didn't jump in, because you guys were on a roll and we didn't want to mess with the momentum.
But you know, that's some good questions I'd like to ask a Democrat to their face. What's attracted you? Why are you still hanging with them? What's so attractive? With Trump doing so good, and he went to I tell you, I was so proud of him today for going to that pro-life rally today. Did you guys watch that speech?
Oh, yeah, the pro-life. Yes, I watched.
Oh, yeah, Trump was the first president to go to one, huh?
Yes.
Yes.
And it's on YouTube for anybody out there who wants to listen to it.
Those people, man. I don't care what you say.
He had familiar faces standing behind him, and one of them was one of the kings, Martin Luther King.
Yeah, that was Elvita. Elvita King. Elvita King.
Okay, because I know there's the other names too.
Yeah,
that's like Coretta Scott King.
Well, that's his wife, Martin Luther King's wife.
Oh, was that his wife? Okay.
Yeah.
That was Elvita standing. That was his niece standing behind Trump. Now she's a big Trumpster.
Yeah, because remember when they had the big Tea Party thing in Washington, D.C., and then Al Sharpton did his own thing, or somebody else did. It was some kind of function, but it was like to offset the to protest the party speech. And Elvira or whatever her name thing was at the Tea Party rally.
I call her Elvita. That may not be how you properly say it.
I've seen her on Fox.
It sounds right.
I've seen her on Fox.
I tell you, I love her. I tell you, she's straight up. And Martin Luther King Jr., though, was a big Democrat.
No, he was a Republican.
No, I mean his son.
Oh.
Yeah. Martin Luther's son.
He was the old man was a Republican.
Yeah, the old man was. Yeah.
And he was a proud gun owner.
But his son's not.
Damn shame. Sorry.
Hey, that's your show, brother. I ain't gonna come on here and tell you what to do. No, what do you think about this coronavirus, guys?
Yeah, do you know what I think? It's the biggest. Do you know what? I've had so many things that were just about to kill me on the news. That never happened.
No, but this is going around big time.
Yeah, well, that is.
Well, they're saying stay away from China.
Well,
And then all the countries that are all around it, they all got it. It's all spreading.
There are like 36,000 people in quarantine in China.
Asteroid was going to get me. Global cooling, the new ice age was going to.
That was back in the 70s there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you got to worry about them anymore, Paul.
And it was the swine flu.
Stay out of China.
It was the bird flu.
Avian flu.
Stay out of New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco. And did you hear about that preacher, though? This is a true story. I seen him interviewing. He was in Los Angeles, and he's got a church up there somewhere. And so he was just out handing water out to the homeless people. And he stepped in a puddle of urine and didn't think nothing about it. and I think he got a blister on his foot,
Typhoid.
and they wound up taking his from his knee down, had taken his leg off.
Gangrene.
No, he got oh shoot, what's that disease? He got a disease from that human
Typhoid?
waste. No, it's a flesh-eating disease.
One of them flesh-eating bacteria. Yes.
He got that from that urine and that feces.
Welcome to San Francisco.
Yeah. So stay out of there, boys.
Rap in the street all you want.
Yeah. And but see, that's another thing, man. And there's all these refugees coming from Honduras, trying to get across the Mexican border. And my hat's off to the Mexican National Guard, man, because they stopped them people from coming in.
Fly them back to Honduras.
Yeah.
They don't even care where they're from.
And, but they stopped them, and they promised Trump that they wouldn't let them come into this country. That Mexican president did. And so now they're holding on the border there. Some of them are, some of them went back home. But, stay the heck out of here. If you ain't got their legal papers, I don't want you in here.
Yep. He said he was gonna make Mexico do it.
Well,
they didn't pay for the wall, but they're sure as hell HE double hockey stick paying for the flight back to Honduras.
Well, brother, they didn't want them sanctions on them. I mean, just look at this. Any of you Democrats listening, and I know you are. Look at all the previous presidents, guys, before Donald Trump. Even the Republicans that allowed all these countries to rape and pillage our wealth until Donald Trump come along.
That's
he's making them toe the line, folks. And and when he first started this, they all started freaking out. All the liberals and the Republicans did too, man. Some of them, they just started freaking out. Oh my God. They're looking for the Great Depression again, And
when the world figured out where Trump was going was when he first became president, went to the first NATO summit.
Yeah.
And then chewed all a new rear end.
Scared them to death, didn't it?
Said you're going to stop paying.
Yeah.
Did you know there's only one other nation that pays more into NATO than they have to?
I don't know who it is.
Poland.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. Yeah.
Polish people pay more into NATO because they're our ally. Poland is joined at the hip with the United States.
Oh, Poland is they're like Israel, man. They love America.
Yeah. They're very thankful because all the years that they were behind the Iron Curtain.
Oh yeah.
Part of the Warsaw Pact. America was all there to help any way we could until they got their independence.
Yeah. Right. I've seen a big
independence. What
was that called?
Lech Walesa.
Lech Walesa. I forget the name of the movement.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
I can't remember. Ain't
some
that when
name.
Reagan said tear that wall down?
Solidarity or something like
that?
Solidarity Party.
That was how it was translated into English. But that is not Pravda. That's the Russian news organization. But it sounded something like
that. Didn't he die? I'm thinking about somebody else.
Some time ago.
He was pretty old when it happened, and that was back in what, the 80s?
Speaking of Poland, when Ocasio-Cortez was saying that we were running concentration camps.
Oh man!
The prime minister or whatever, or that bigwig in the Polish government.
Yeah.
If you want to see concentration camps, Ocasio, he will fly you over on our dime and show you what a real concentration camp looks like.
Right.
He turned it down.
Right. Yeah. They're
Howard.
Yeah. See, that's what I say. The liberals, they fall apart when you corner them. They just want you to take their word for everything.
Yeah. because we know how good their word is.
Yeah. That ain't gonna happen as far as I'm concerned, brother.
I don't take anyone's word.
You
I
know.
don't take Republicans' word.
Well, if you proved yourself,
You prove it.
if I see you trying, even if you don't accomplish what you're doing, because you're not by yourself, one congressman or one senator, even one president can't do anything without allies. But if I see you standing up, if I see you trying to fulfill your promises, and I see you, standing up for the people, I'll back you, Yeah, taking risks. Put your job on the line, brother. You know what I'm saying?
We have to do that in life.
Well, sure, yeah.
We have to take stands that aren't popular.
Absolutely, and it's and if you're a manager or a supervisor, I tell you one thing on them lines right there. We got so many that are in the workforce, though, fellas, that I've stood toe to toe with, managers and supervisors that wasn't worth their salt at all. They wouldn't stick their neck out for nobody. And we had a one case in point, place I used to work at. We had a black HR person, and they was racist. And I went in the office. I was really polite, and I'd worked there for like 16 years. And I went in there, and an incident happened when I took a few days off, and the guys was telling me about it. And I'm the kind of guy where, and this has been a few years ago, 10 years ago maybe. I'm the kind of guy, fellas, that, when I see somebody done wrong, a lot of times, let me put it to you this way, sometimes I stick my nose where it don't belong.
Yeah, but you do it for the right reason.
I did it for the right reason, and to be blunt with you, everybody else was too big a coward to say anything about it.
That one person's got to stand up.
Well, this person was in a position where she could have done a lot of harm to a lot of people. And so I went in there. I was really nice about it. And I asked her about it. Man, she flew off the handle. Didn't want to talk to me about it. Run me out of her office. And I maintained my composure. And so I just left. Well, a couple of days later, the big guy called me into his office.
Uh-oh.
And, hey, he said, did you call so-and-so a racist? And I did not directly call her that. My insinuation, but I did ask her if she was a racist. I did ask her that question. And I said, no, I didn't. I said, I asked her if she was. I explained the whole conversation to him verbatim. And I told him exactly who told me that. And I had like several witnesses. I had several witnesses. But nobody, it ticked me off, guys.
Nobody would stick up for you, huh?
And, see, it didn't even happen to me. However, just like I told this person, I said, she asked me, why'd you come in here and blah, blah, blah. I said, I'll tell you why. I said, because you got control of my paycheck. You got control of a lot of things that can affect me on this job. And I want to know where you're coming from. And boy, she just went berserk. But anyway, he said, oh my God, you can't call a black person that while you're on the job. And I said I didn't call her that. I asked her if she was
Why
one.
can't you call a black person that? Couldn't you just say you can't call a person that?
Well, who, me?
No. What your boss said, you can't call a black person that.
Yeah.
Couldn't he have just said you can't call a person that?
Well, here's what it boiled down to, guys. Him and from my direct supervisor to the manager, then to the big guy that run the whole operation, they was all spineless cowards, is what it was. That's what it all boiled down to, and they wasn't about to say anything either way. They was going to let this woman, it was a woman, they was going to let her get away with whatever she wanted to do, and I wasn't going to have it, you know. And
did
so
you get canned?
no, sir, I never got canned, and believe it or not, a couple months she was gone.
Yeah, because you weren't the first person.
Yeah.
Evidently, somebody got the gumption to go and say, you know what, he's right.
Well, now that may be true. Yeah. Now I don't know that's true or not, but
I'll
I
almost guarantee it, because do you know why? Because they seen you survived it. You didn't get fired. And they said, do you know what? It's time. Somebody else took the moral stance.
Right. Well, it had to do with, I tell you what really ticked me off about the whole situation. It involved, what it was on I think it was a Friday. It was a car auction, and one of our car auctions was about 45 miles away from here, and they cooked for people on a Friday, and for the drivers and for the dealers, and so anyway. The dealers always, they was the customers, so they always eat first, you know. And so this woman had sugar diabetes, and so she just wanted to go she didn't bring her lunch on that particular day, and because she always ate there. And so her sugar was getting low, and she started shaking, and, you know, that's not good for a diabetic.
No, yeah, I know, yeah.
Well, this person would not let her get something to eat to quell her diabetes. And when I found that out, boys, I mean, that's what really pushed me over the edge.
That's when you take the spatula out of the person's hand and slap it, put it to the grill, right?
Yeah.
And then slap them in the face with it.
Right.
What's wrong with you moron?
This woman just wanted to grab a bite to eat before the dealers.
Here's a buck and a quarter for the cheeseburger. Oops, but sorry about that one.
Well, and it was handled all wrong, guys. And this woman suffered because of it. And she needed the job. She needed the insurance. And you know, she felt like she was in no position to say anything, you know. And she eventually got to eat, but brother, that just ticked me off. This woman was sick.
That happened to my dad once, and he was food shopping with my mom.
You know, but hey, I mean, you know, I've always been pretty bold when it comes to that stuff.
I told the boss. I told the boss one time I was working for Lindt Chocolate, right?
Yeah.
Supposed to be picked up as a full-time employee after 90 days. You know, right? I'm giving you the condensed version. And so I went in to talk to my boss, Don. This guy was a gorilla, like an MMA fighter or something like that. Well, no, he was karate. Had like a black belt. The guy was huge, right? So I go, hey, you know what, Don? I go, I'm getting a little sick of this. I go, you keep blowing smoke up my behind. Tell me it's coming. Coming.
Yeah.
I go, you told me after 90 days I'd be a full-time employee.
Yeah.
He goes, no, I didn't. I go, yes, you did. He goes, are you calling me a liar? I go, yes.
Yeah.
I'm calling you a liar.
See, you got to stand on your principles.
We still got I worked there like another 4 months after that. Got along fine.
Yeah.
He kind of respected me for standing up to him.
Right.
And he could have literally crushed me like an insect.
Yeah. Well, he knew better, man. He knew he told you that.
The lady goes to hand me this turkey for Christmas. I go, you know what? Turkey. Stop it. I was just, by the end, I was just ridiculous.
Well, see, and that's like I've talked to my wife from time to time, and if you're going to be a manager, and you're going to be or a supervisor of some kind, and I learned this while I was in the Army. You have to, if there's anything to you, you will throw your own self under the bus for what's right when it pertains to the people that works underneath you.
Yeah.
Right.
I wish I'd gone into the military so bad.
Well, I tell
One
you,
thing I regret.
I
so-
think I would have done well in the military. Actually, I could take orders with no problem, as long as I understand when you're in basic training, you got to go through all the.
oh
crap
yeah,
that you gotta
that
go through.
stinks.
But that ends eventually.
It gets a lot better once you get to permanent party.
Yeah, my dad told me once he was
Yeah.
done with basic training, he goes, "Oh, he was in the Air Force, though. They
Well-
treat their people differently than like in the Army and stuff."
Yeah, they're not
But he
as
goes,
rough.
once I
on
got
it.
out of basic training, he goes, it was a job.
Yeah. I basically we had a 6 o'clock formation, and we at 4 o'clock in the afternoon we'd done our PT. We would run, then we'd do so many calisthenics, push-ups, jumping jacks.
I haven't
blah,
heard
blah,
that word in ages.
I was just gonna say that too. I haven't heard that word in forever.
blah. Do what?
Calisthenics.
Calisthenics? Yeah, that's a big word.
I haven't heard that. I think the last time I heard that, it was on a Laurel and Hardy movie.
Is that right? I learned that word in the military. I never heard that
I
word
learned it in
before.
school, junior high.
But see, I was in a combat MOS, so we had to do that kind of stuff. We had to stay pretty fit. But it was basically a job, guys, And when I got off work, I went home, So,
Yeah, well, my dad, he was in during the Korean War.
yeah, my dad was too, yeah.
But he was in France. So he didn't even live on base. He lived in a hotel.
I got a brother during the Vietnam War, but he was at an Air Force base in Spain.
Yeah.
Fixing the planes or
Yeah,
whatever.
my dad, that's what he did. He was a turbine mechanic.
Yeah. Yeah, well, see, that's the thing about it. Even in wartime, not everybody goes to combat.
Well, my brother
Well, that's-
joined, and you found out if you join, you get to go where you want to go. It's
Mhm.
drafted. You went to Vietnam.
Right, that's why my dad
Yeah.
joined the Air Force.
Right.
Because
Right.
back then they used to just point to you. They'd go Army, Navy, Air
Oh,
Force,
yeah.
Marines. Army,
Yeah.
Navy, Air Force,
That's what they
Marines.
did to my
And
brother.
my father goes, and I knew when that finger fell, it was
Yeah.
going to fall on Marines. Well,
Yeah.
so me and his younger brother, my Uncle John, they
Yeah.
joined the Air Force. Like, my
Yeah.
Uncle John was in Japan and my father was in France.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, they've drafted my older brother, and they done that. They pointed him out to go in the Marines, and which he would have definitely went to Vietnam, no doubt. But he was colorblind, so they rejected him.
Oh,
He
no
was
kidding.
colorblind. Yeah.
That's going to stink being colorblind.
Yeah.
You know, they got glasses for that now.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have glasses, you put them on and you see color just like
It's
you do.
pretty cool to watch the reaction of people who've
Yes.
never seen color
You see
before.
that the old guy,
Yeah.
his son got him for him. He was like in his 60s.
Yeah. Right.
Had never seen color in his life.
Yeah.
And he put him on. He's like, and you can just see him looking around and
Yeah.
everything. And he just starts bawling.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Right.
My
Those
wife's first husband was not completely,
yeah.
but he didn't see colors like we do.
Right. Well, they learn to live with it, and
Yeah,
they
but it
do
would
pretty
still
well.
stink.
Well,
Oh,
you got no
yeah,
choice
yeah.
but to live with it.
Yeah.
I guess at night it'd be good though.
Yeah. Everybody's the same at night.
Well, at night, it'd probably being colorblind would probably
Yeah.
actually be good. Vision at night,
Unless
probably
you,
see better.
yeah. But now, I seen where a principal was colorblind, and he bought these glasses for a kid that was in the school that he knew was colorblind. And so he took out his own pocket and bought the kid them glasses. which was pretty cool. They must be pretty expensive.
I mean, it's all like the hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I think you can probably pick a pair up or get them through your insurance even.
Yeah. Well, you know, a lot
Oh,
of
Les,
yeah.
do me a favor.
Okay.
Plug your show.
Yeah. I will. What do you need?
No. Plug your show right there.
Oh, hey.
Out of time.
All right. Unscheduled with Les Skymo and the Dave at 7 p.m. Eastern Time every Wednesday night. To join me, Les Skymo and the Dave, unscheduled Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. How's that, boys?
Very good. You almost sounded professional there.
Well, you know, I try. I come closer to it sometimes.
I didn't ask you to plug your show. That's why I was like, yeah, plug your show, man.
Well, I appreciate that,
You're
brother.
listening to Pot Talk. We're on a Friday nights at 8 p.m.
Reminded, Paul.
That Jimmy is beautiful.
If you want to join us live, you can go to tunein.com and look up Armed Radio.
We never gave out the phone number, by the way.
No, we never did. A little late now.
Yeah, a little late now.
Shout out to the troops.
Yes, shout out to the troops.
Come home safe.
Yeah, me and wife was playing Scrabble, man. That's why I wanted to finish that game before I come on in. I can't never beat her. She beats me. Even at Trouble. You know little kids game Trouble?
Just imagine playing Scrabble with him with his accent. That's not a word.
Yeah.
We gotta go.
Stay on, Les. Stay on.
All right. Okay.
Good night, folks. We'll catch you next week.
Good night, everyone.